Hello my fellow Java comrades. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little program which is going to print out this little fun graph for data you give it. It's not going to sort out anything, so we won't be having like max values, mean values. It's just going to print out those columns in the order they were inputted in our data. We're going to read them from user console, from our actual input. Don't think of it as an actually serious tutorial video because I'm not that good at making Java programs myself actually. I'm just going to try to show you some little fun things. Right, let's make our class main. Let's make our main. I like this idea, this how it's called, Intel IJ idea, because it lets you do those little fun things. I can just print out main and it's going to make our main method. Alright, let's make a way to get user input first. I'm going to do that through the buffered reader, which is going to read new input stream reader from our system in, which is our console in that case, right? And then we're going to ask user first to print the input data, and we're going to ask to separate it with commas. Put data separated. I'm sorry for my keyboard sound. I can't actually do anything about it since it's mechanical thing. It's loud anyways. No matter how I try to move it, it just pretend that it doesn't exist. I'm actually a bit sick, sorry for that too. Okay, let's make our input. Let's actually call that data, and it's going to reader. And of course, because we're going to use readLine method of buffered reader, we're gonna have to specify that our main function can throw an IOE exception, input-output exception. I'm going to split data given by user by commas, and it's actually going to be type string array. Right, so we've got user input now. Now I have to make those strings into integers because let's make our graph maker class. Let's define graph method. Let's make it static, since we don't actually need to make another instance of graph maker to just draw a graph. It's going to return string like this. Oh yeah, by the way, it's taken from Code Wars. It's made by Ram Sama. Check him out. Right, string graph, which is going to take an data array. So let's rename it to input then. Now we're going to make it into an int array somehow. I think we're going to stream through it. Yep, we're going to stream through it, and we're going to map to int each of it through integer parseInt function. This double You know this thing, it actually what it does, it references a method, so it's method reference. So we're passing each of our elements from our input to the integer parsing method, and we're going to collect them to an array. Nice. Let's name it data. I'm going to print our graph maker graph result return. Alright, so now we actually need a string builder to store our lines. So that's how I think it's going to work. We're going to find out maximum value of our data, and then we're going to iterate down, and on each iteration, on each y-axis iteration, we are going to actually iterate on our x-axis, and if our value is going to be equal to our current index, then we are going to print out column top. If it's actually less, we're going to print body, and if it's something else, we're just going to print out blank space. So let's find out our maximum value. I'm going to find it by simply doing this for stream. What's that? Oh, yeah. We're going to get it as an int. And we're going to check if our data array is actually has more than 0 elements in it. And if it doesn't, we're going to return an empty string. Okay, now the warning is gone. Now let's iterate. Let's iterate down as we wanted to. Int I equals 0. I is less than. No. I equals to max. I is more or equals to 0, and I minus. This is our y-axis iteration. Now we need x-axis iteration, which is going to be for. It's going to be for each. And it's going to be an int. Okay, now so if our n equals to I, so if our number equals to our current iteration, it means that it's actually column top, and we're going to add it to our scene builder. And if n is more than I, we're going to print out this column body. Now, why should it be more than I? Why shouldn't it be less? Well, because you see, because if we do less, it's going to be upside down. Or is it? Yeah, it's going to be upside down because let's, for example, or n is 5 and or I is 2. So if n is less than I, it's going to print, if we were to do that, it's going to print a count body, but n is actually more than I here, so it's going to print an empty blank space instead of a count body. But if we do this, our I is 2 or n is 5, n is more than I, and it's going to properly draw body. I'll actually even show you what it's going to look like. And if nothing else, we're just going to print blank space. I think I copied it, right? Yeah. And then what are we going to do after all that thing? At the end of each line we are going to need this column here. The top of it is actually an arrow. Then we're going to need a space and our I. Let's add it. And then we're going to need a new line, of course. So let's use ternary operators here. If I is max, we're going to print out an arrow, otherwise we're going to print out a line. Then we're going to append a space, then we're going to append our I, and then we're going to append a new line. And then at the end of all these shenanigans we have to return our string builder string. Let's see what we've got. Oh, let's make it a bit better. You see, it's upside down because our n is less than I. So we have to do that instead. Okay, now we do this. And it works. Great. We can actually draw some things with it, if you know what I mean. I'm going to use that as a thumbnail. Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching. Please don't subscribe if you don't understand Russian, because I probably won't be doing much of this English type of videos. But if you actually liked it, of course I'm going to make more. If you liked my accent, my Russian accent, can we remove this? We can't. Alright, good luck. See you soon. Subscribe. Oh, never mind. Just like the video. Bye.